So my favorite food from Guatemala is pepian, and like you'll see like a lot of like the different foods in Guatemala are just like they're called caldos, and like they're like a lot of stews, and essentially it's just like a big pot of like of soup essentially, but you pour rice and meat and like veggies. It's not just soup, but pepian is like it's really good. It's like a and I don't even know what it has in it. Like, it's kind of like a dark like brownish color, but it's like it's really good. It looks like kind of like an American stew, but it tastes really good. Another one is pollo con crema. It's just like cream chicken, and it's like essentially. I mean, your typical Guatemala food is rice, beans, and then chicken, and then they vary like the sauce that they put on it. And so that was so good. I had that on my last day, and I requested on my last day just because it was my last meal in Guatemala. So I really love that one. They have another one. They make something called chuchitos, and like it's kind of funny because chuchito in Guatemala means little dog. But like they call them little dogs, and like they're essentially like these little tamales, and they wrap them just like in like a little tamale leaf, and but they put pork and fish and chicken and things inside of them, and they put these like really hot peppers inside of them, and like you can even either have them without or with it, but I always chose with it because they didn't really have like a whole ton of spicy food, but it was like when I got a chance to have spicy food, I wanted it. So that was something that's very typical in Guatemala, and then something that's like traditional for Christmas time is making paches, which is like it's like a potato tamale. So they mash up a bunch of potatoes, and it's essentially just the same thing. Instead of using like a masa, they use like potatoes and like mashed potatoes essentially, and then they wrap it in like these huge platano leaves, and like these leaves are just like huge. They're like ginormous, and so they wrap them in these platano leaves, and they put like different meats and veggies inside of them, and those are really good. I love those. But it's like kind of funny because you have like this huge leaf, like it's like one of those huge like tropical leaves you'll see. And like you unwrap like this whole thing, and usually like it's only like this big, but they're wrapping it in like a leaf that's like the size of you. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, and what else? In the mountains, they have this traditional thing. It's specific to Patsisia. It's called pulik, and essentially they just make tamales, but they don't have like any meat in them, but they make them like really long and kind of curved. So you essentially use them as a spoon when you eat your soup, and it's I don't know, it's kind of odd, but it's pretty good. And I guess the most odd thing I ever had was cow eyeballs, and it's in caldo de pata, and like essentially they take different things from a cow. They even put like the hoof of a cow in the stew, and the eyeballs are usually optional. I was brave and wanted to try it and just kind of mark it off as like a missionary moment or whatever, and eat an eyeball, never do it again. So it was really disgusting. But yeah, the caldo de pata is really good. But it's just kind of weird when you're looking through a stew, and then all of a sudden you see like a cow hoof in there. You're just like, what the heck? Like, why is a cow hoof in here? And then they have like some other weird things like chicken legs, like they like full chicken legs. Like they'll like eat them and like take off like the skin and stuff, and like eat the meat that's like in like the little chicken legs. That's kind of weird when you like pull it out and you got like a little chicken leg with like the little fingers on there still. So it's a little weird, but I don't know, you kind of become numb to it after a little while because you just see it so much, and I don't know, you learn to love it too. You just kind of got to embrace it. So they're big on like sweet bread in Guatemala. So like I said we didn't eat dinner, so like, but what we would do is usually people would give us like a little piece of like sweet bread, and you would dip it in like hot chocolate or or something like that. And that's kind of like a traditional like little snack that you would have like later at night. A lot of people drink it with tea or coffee, but yeah, we usually just do it in hot chocolate or just the bread itself. It's really good. I bought a lot of sweetbread in Guatemala because it's really good. They even make it into like different shapes. They have some that are like, they actually like bake them, and they actually like look like alligators or like different like animals and stuff. It's like really cool. You gotta kind of like buy one just to like for fun, you know. As far as like other like drinks, they're like really big on tamarindo and like Jamaica. And like tamarindo is like I don't know how to describe it. Well, it's like from like a fruit, I'm pretty sure it's like a fruit from like this tree, but it's kind of like a little bit bitter, but it tastes really good. And they're really big. They're really big on fruit drinks. Like, you know, they'll make you like a cantaloupe like fruit like juice, or they'll make you like a watermelon or strawberry, or they do like all different kinds of fruit juices. So that was really good. And then of course they have horchata, which is always like really good. I like it's like a rice cinnamon drink that's like it's more of a Mexican tradition, I think, but Guatemala has kind of adapted it as well. So I guess for snacks, like at the convenience stores, so they like, you know, they have like these little things called tiendas, and like they're just like on the corner, like I was explaining, it's kind of like outside of their apartment. They kind of just open up their window and you can buy something. So, you know, they have like different snacks, like, you know, they have like chocolate bananas, or they have like chocolate mango or chocolate watermelon, or there's so much fruit there, you will not believe it. And they have like little like bags of like chips and things like that. They're not like American type chips. They're like all different different brands and stuff, but they're actually really good. In Guatemala, the Guatemalan snack is called Thortex, and it's like, it comes in like a little bag, and they're like super cheap, and they have like all these different flavors. They're essentially like man, what are those called? Like the Fritos. Like Fritos, like they come with like the chili and bean or something like that. Like they're actually really good though. I would consider them better than the Fritos. I mean, you can really get anything from those convenience stores. They have like even like little like, you know, like donuts or something like that. Like sometimes they have those. So they're probably not like the same American donuts, but you'll grow to like them a lot. I did. I actually liked them more. I like them more than American donuts now. So they're a little bit different tasting, but I like them a lot. So.